Dovi was thrilled. He was recently married, he had an amazing new wife, and he also had an amazing new car. Well, not exactly new, but new for him. And he was very happy to be a first-time car owner. He took good care of it, he put gas in when needed, he did what he was supposed to, and didn't do what he was not supposed to. But about 6 months into automobile ownership, one day, Dovi saw the check engine light all of a sudden flicker on. He didn't like check engine lights, because check engine lights mean go to the mechanic. And it also means perhaps costly repairs. He didn't want to go to the mechanic. He certainly did not want to pay for a costly repair. So he ignored it. But after a while, it began to nag at him. Every time he'd get into his car, that check engine light would be on. So he had an idea. He had a friend that was electronically inclined. And he said to his friend, I need you to do me a favor. Come, can you please snip the wire that provides the electricity to the check engine light in my car? His friend said to him, that's not a good idea. A check engine light is an indicator that there's a more serious problem, perhaps something under the hood. Why would you do that? Don't worry, Dovi said, I got this. His friend said, okay. He snipped the wire, and sure enough, the check engine light was extinguished. And every time Dovi got into the car, he had a clear conscience. Everything was okay. Until a few weeks later when he was driving on the highway, and all of a sudden, smoke began to pour from underneath the hood. By the time the fire department arrived, all that was left was a burnt-out shell of Dovi's new car. Dovi was devastated. We hear this and we think, what a fool Dovi was. But the truth is, are we any different? Because so many times in our life, HaKadosh Baruch Hu sends us little check engine light messages. A financial setback, a challenge in Shalom Bayis, an issue with a child, a medical setback. And what do we do immediately? We go to the doctor, we speak to a financial analyst, we try to figure out something in Shalom Bayis, and those are all important. But often we just focus on that, and we ignore the bigger picture. Perhaps something is more seriously wrong. Perhaps Hashem is sending us a wake-up call. Check out your life. Do a cheshbon hanefesh. Do a little bit of introspection and reflection. Maybe there's certain core issues that need to be repaired. Don't just look at the check engine light. Open the hood and examine and see what has to be rectified. So going forward, HaKadosh Baruch Hu does send us messages, and sometimes they're not as pleasant as we would like them to be. But instead of running to cut the cord, to snip the wire on the check engine light, let's try to understand what's really going on. Let's open up the hood and let's examine. Let's do a cheshbon hanefesh. Because if we look at that message, then the Rebbe will take care of everything, and the check engine light will never flicker on.